If I had to start a photography business in 2024, these are the things that I would do. Now, many times we ask ourselves these kind of questions, and to be quite frank, some people have asked me questions like, what can I do to start my photography business in 2024? Which camera should I buy to help me, get started on this journey? And so many of these kind of questions come in, and I've decided to create this video to help you out there who wants to get started in the photography business, or you just want to upgrade your kind of work to the next level. So let's dive straight into the video. Hi, I'm Mr. Play Color, and on this channel I share with you tips and tricks that help you improve and better your game in photography and filmmaking. So if you would like more of this kind of content, please consider subscribing to this channel. So yeah, the very first thing that I would do is consider getting a good value camera. Now, a camera doesn't have to be very expensive. You can still get amazing work with whichever camera that you get your hands on. And in this modern day, like I say in many other videos that I've made, many cameras are capable right now. So you wouldn't worry so much about which brand, Canon, Sony, Nikon or Nikon, so many camera brands out there, and guess what, they are so capable. So you shouldn't really worry about which camera. I think if you're to choose a camera, just find what your preference is. Just find something you would say, I want to use this camera and I want to start with it. There are so many benefits to all these different brands, but let no one come and lie to you and tell you this is the best camera brand ever. I feel like in this generation, in this modern time, so many camera brands have leveled up their cameras with different features and different elements. So that should not be a debate for you. If I was starting out and I didn't know about any of these brands, I'm pretty sure I would walk to a camera store and just pick any brand and get started with the journey. Maybe the only tip I can give you when you're choosing a camera, you need to understand that these cameras do not share most of their accessories. For example, you're not really going to share a Nikon lens and then put it on a Canon body. Do you understand? It's only third-party lens manufacturers that will be able to allow this kind of adaptability. But besides that, you need to stick to a brand. So if you choose to go with Canon, I am a Canon fanboy, no questions about that. So if you choose to do a brand, you're going to stick with it for life, maybe until you decide that you want to change the brand, but you're not going to be like dancing around from this brand to this brand. It won't be so good for you. So I would suggest that you stick to one brand so that you can actually keep upgrading bodies. For example, if you bought a Canon and bought some Canon lenses, then if you choose to upgrade, you're going to upgrade the body and still use your old lenses on newer bodies. Or you could have an old body and keep buying newer lenses to give it better function. Yeah, so as far as cameras are concerned, find yourself a camera that is of a good price but also can do what you want to do. If you're not sure about which camera to buy, I've created a video on that specific topic, which camera to buy for what kind of work you do. So go check out that video. Yeah, let's move on to the next thing. So the second thing I would say is you should be doing free gigs. Okay, when you're starting out, if you want to start out actually, you do not have any work to show for what you do. Usually people ask, can I see what you do? Can I see your previous work? So if you don't have any previous works, it can be quite challenging for you to land jobs. You know, it's a bit hard because people have trust issues. People don't trust someone who will just say, I'm a photographer and I can take photos of your wedding or your birthday or whatever. So people want to at least have an idea of what you can do for them to trust you or even start a relationship with you. So in that case, my recommendation is do free gigs, do free jobs. You don't have to overly think about money. Money is a long-term goal, but when you're starting, money shouldn't be your aim. And that's why I think some photographers who are starting have been so frustrated and they end up even quitting because they think, wait, the money is not coming in. I thought when I buy a good camera, then the money will come in. No way. You need to learn to build the trust with your clients, and clients build trust through, you know, communication, through, you know, those people managing skills. You should be able to learn how to communicate with your clients. That's something I will also talk about later in this video, but for now you need to do free gigs. Free gigs help you with confidence. They help you learn. They help you also practice. You understand? So these free gigs will add to your portfolio. Remember, you have nothing to show. So it's easier to do a free gig where that person is not going to worry about, you know, the price. They are all only going to show up and be ready to take photos. So that's something that I've personally done when I was starting out. You know, I would get one of my cousins, you know, friends here and there, and offer them free photo shoots so that I could, you know, have something in my pocket to show if I actually need to pitch for a job. Yeah, so that is something that you really have to do, and you're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to learn from it. So don't worry, just do the free gigs and the time will come where you will charge. So that takes me into number 3. The other thing you want to do is post your work as much as you possibly can. So if you do these free gigs, then go ahead and post. You see, we are in an era where social media is the thing. Like, if you're doing any kind of work, whether you're a lawyer, whether you're a pilot, whether you're it doesn't matter what job you're doing, you need to show yourself out there. People need to know what you're doing. Otherwise, if you're a photographer and you never post your work, then what's the whole point? Like, who's supposed to know you do that? So you should post as much as you possibly can. Open an Instagram page, Facebook page, whatever, social media, just keep posting. Instagram seems to be the best platform for photographers to showcase their work. I would say building a website is a long-term thing. You don't have to be in a rush to build a website. Many photographers, even up to date, do not have websites, which is something you should consider in later stages. But when you're starting out, social media will do the job for you. So post and post and post and post. Maybe again, my tip for posting, don't just post any rubbish. When you go do a photo shoot, let's say you took 100 photos, come on, don't post all the 100 photos. Take time, select and edit. Pick out the best photos. Those are the ones you want to select, because when people are looking through your work, when people are looking at your social media page, They don't want to see all the funny photos. They want to see your best selected photos, because that is what best represents you. So you just have to put your best foot forward, and trust me, clients will begin to flow in. You'll start to get calls. You'll start to get people reaching out. So yeah, about posting, just don't hesitate. Post. Even if you don't feel your work is the best, it's also a way to track your progress. Sometimes I look back at my old posts and I'm like, oh, okay, this is what I was doing in back then, and I compare with the current posts, and I'm like, okay, this is quite a journey. So be proud of what you're doing in the time and post it. Okay, just don't post too much, like unnecessary things. I called it rubbish, but yeah, post. Yeah, the other thing, the fourth thing you really have to consider is connecting. I don't know any photographer in 2024 that doesn't want to connect. You must connect. There's this common narrative of collaboration is better than competition. So you're better off collaborating, connecting with other creatives. So find photographers in your community. When you go to events and find other photographers, share, exchange numbers. Ask them about how their experience in this industry is. Talk to them about your worries in the industry. Talk to them about your challenges and your milestones. That is how we connect with other photographers. Share your experiences, share your milestones, and in so doing, you're going to find so much knowledge, so much insight, that is going to help you grow so fast. Let's take an example. So you're shooting at maybe some event, and you find another photographer shooting at the same event, and then you see the camera they are using, and you ask them, which camera is that? How is it working for you? And they'll share an experience with you. They'll probably inform you about the camera you should buy, or your next investment in photography. So it's very important for you to connect at every given opportunity. I personally, I love to connect with other photographers, and that's why I'm here even creating these videos for you guys. So I hope that one day I'll be able to interact with some of you physically, so we can share experiences, ideas and insights, and maybe just a cup of coffee to unwind, because this is our community. We love it. So in 2024, you must connect with other creatives. On the flip side, if you avoid connecting, you're not going to get gigs, because photographers ring each other like, what, I can't take this gig, are you available? So you'll miss out on gigs, you'll miss out on platforms for you to grow. Again, it's a no-brainer. Like, just connect with other photographers. That will help you tremendously well. So the other thing is business management, business skills. In 2024, if you're starting out, you need to cultivate business skills, because you want to run a business. Let's say you're starting a studio, or you're opening some kind of office, and you need to work on your people skills. You need to learn how to communicate with your clients. Basically, you're working on professionalism, because photography in itself is an art. If it's a hobby for you, you don't have to worry about business knowledge. But if you're starting a photography business in 2024, then you must consider people skills. You must consider learning business ethics. You need to learn about pricing. How much should you price? How much should you spend on equipment? How much, so you need to invest time and and resources towards learning and improving your business skills. There's a video that I've done on a photography business. You should check it out. I'm sure there's something you will learn from it. So we talk about things like pricing, things like communicating with clients, how to negotiate, all that. These are things you want to actually invest time in. That will go a long way to elevate your business. Even when you've just started, it will elevate your business to a whole new level. So yeah, in 2024, I would definitely think about that. Number 6, you need to practice. Practice makes perfect. That's a common narrative, it's been there for time and time over the years. Practice makes perfect. In photography, let's face it, you may not become perfect, but surely you get better. So whenever you get an opportunity, practice. Do the other free gigs that I mentioned. If you haven't landed any jobs yet, like any paying jobs yet, it doesn't mean you can't practice. Go out and shoot free stuff. Yeah, so with practicing, you cannot go wrong. Every time you practice, you become better at what you're doing. You get things to the next level. So yeah, practice is a no-brainer. All the people that have mastered their skill, that have mastered their craft, take time and practice. Even I take time to practice. I go out, shoot, and it doesn't have to be only portraits. If you're into weddings, you can practice with other things like still life, practice shooting cars, moving things like birds, cars, motorcycles, anything. It's also fun for you to experience other, so practice and practice. Yeah, so the very final thing I would recommend for you to do is to review. Reviewing is basically you taking a look at what your progress is and being able to make adjustments for you to basically you evaluate and then plan out a way forward, plan a way to improve your work, plan a way to get better with your skills. So yeah, I feel like that package of things will elevate you in 2024. It will help you get started. It will help you improve. If you feel like your photography business has been struggling, has been suffocating, you can apply some of these points that I've talked about. Those will really help you push your business to the next level. So if you have any questions regarding the photography business, if you have any questions regarding how to get started and all, please feel free to ask those questions in the comment section. I'll be sure to give you responses and perhaps even create a specific video to you, to answer those specific questions. I want to thank you so much for watching. Those who have managed to watch till the end, you are really special. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing to this channel. This will help this channel grow and also motivate me to create more and more of this kind of content to you. And maybe the other thing I would like to mention, if you need advice, if you need help on purchasing gear, whether cameras or lights or anything regarding to photography, feel free to reach me out on the number, that number on the screen. You can send me a WhatsApp and then we'll discuss details. I help people with pre-purchase inspection. I help you check what camera you're going to buy. We check it out and see the features. We see whether the parts are working well. Yeah, and also I help to negotiate on your behalf. Sometimes you will have to buy something for a lower price than what the seller is offering. So I help you with all that. So please feel free to reach out. Yeah, thank you so much. I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Bye.